Hi Miss and hi everyone. So today I'm going to present to you TSLB3324 Task 2 and the topic here, our topic 3, wildlife. Okay, next slide please. Okay, so this is my profile. My name is SITI or ALIA binti AMIRUDDIN and I am from TSLB3328. Okay, next slide please. Okay, so we're going for this first. Okay, so this is the class context on what my digital materials is based on. So the class is Year 5 Rural Mixed Ability with 22 pupils. CFR level will be pre-A1 to high A1. And the first languages, Muslim Malay to only speak Mandarin at home. Issue, limited internet access at home, but pupils have devices at school and they share it. Focus, listening and speaking. So before we went further, going to my materials first, which I did at PowerPoint. Okay, thank you. So, very well. Okay, so we're going to start playing. This is a interactive PowerPoint. So the kids can play. So we're going to play guessing game first. We're going to watch this short clip. So while you're watching, I'm going to explain you what's the motive of this short clip basically. So this short clip is going to activate the students' pride, or if they do not know any of these animals in English, but they know what they look like. Again, we're teaching pre-A1 to high A1 students. So the vocabs might be little limited. Lion. Oh. It's okay. Sorry. Choose a bit. Okay.
Lion is the king of the jungle.
Okay, so the kids can actually play together, interact with this video.
I see
They
another
listen
silhouette.
and they can speak.
Let's find out what
Okay,
animal
next,
that is.
please. After listening to that video and trying to answer, we're going to play this Who Am I? So, play. So there's this statement over here. Listen, I am big, I am great. And then different choices which you can choose. But one thing that's interesting about this is that you can press that sound. Okay, so that voice is going to help the students on how to pronounce the right English pronunciation. Okay. And then they can play it. So what's the answer? It will be elephant. Yeah, press on the yes box. Okay, correct. So it's elephant. Okay, so they can play the next game over and over again. Okay, so can you present it again? So we're going to play our next activity. From this PowerPoint, we have 2 activities. Okay. So straight to activity 2. So activity 2 is called What Can You See? So what can you see is more to listening, focus on that, but also basically speaking. More focus on speaking, but also listening. Okay, so the kids will read this instructions. Look at the pictures. Press the sound button to listen. Press the hint button so you answer in English. Okay, so can you please press the sound button?
Look, where is the tiger?
Where is the tiger?
What
So
can you see?
the sound will actually ask you, can you see, or can you infer from the picture? And then if you are the one of these kids that are from pre-A1, so they might need extra guidance. So you can use the hints button.
Tiger is in his home.
So the hint button is the hint that's given to you to guide them along with the teacher. Okay, so and then along with the next scenes, there will be a few scenes after that. Okay, so now we're going straight to our learning. Yes. Okay, so now we're going to learner-centered learning. So why are these materials learner-centered learning is because it involves active participants. Pupils actively participate, they think and respond. The facilitators, the teachers, they don't spoon-fed these kids. But instead, these kids respond and they play the digital games on their own. They listen, they try to speak, they try to solve, they think on their own, only with teachers as their guidance. And then we have collaborative. Since we're in a class with pre-A1 to A1 students, we have to remember that it's quite hard for them to work alone because they have limited vocab, they don't know a lot of things, especially when as I say, they speak mostly Malays, mostly Mandarin at home. So that's why we work them in pairs or in groups so they can mix together with different CFR levels. And then we have teacher as specific. The teacher is there to guide pupils' soft tasks on their own. Okay. And then we're straight to activity 1, guessing game. So I'm going to explain again. So, like I mentioned, that it activates pupils' prior knowledge about animals, okay, from the video. And then it practices listening comprehension and also speaking skills because they listen and then they also try to speak through our responses. And then it gives instant feedback. Yes, so when you look at the tiger, and when you look at the elephant over here, so if they press tiger, oh, wrong, and then so they get instant feedback on what's correct and then what's wrong. Also, we use words, I use words that are easy for these kids to understand, these people to understand. You know, when we see the elephant trunk, we usually use trunk, right? But to be at par with their level of vocabulary, but to guide them, we use long nose, okay, to replace trunks. So this is related closely to Piaget's constructivity theory, where learners actively construct knowledge through experiences rather than just receiving it from the teacher. Because they use their prior experience and then they say, oh, okay, now I remember, now I'm learning better and better and better. Okay, next. Oh, I forgot to mention one thing. Since the issue would be that it is in rural area where the network connection is not that good and they don't really have good connection at home, and then I assume that even at school there might be problems with network connection. So the PowerPoint does not need to use any network connection at all. And then we have the second activity, which is what you see. So it focuses on speaking fluency, story comprehension, and also inferencing skills, which is they make inference on what's going to happen next. And interactive and learning control. So they have fully control over this. And then it allows all pupils to participate at their own level. Let's say pre-A1, they do not know how to how to speak. So they can use the hint. But for the higher A1 or the higher CFR levels, they can try to construct and expand their words more. Okay, so this is closely to Vygotsky's social culture theory. A person's cognitive development is shaped by the social interactions. So they don't learn in isolation, they learn together. Because when you learn together, when you're socializing, you learn better. So this is what we're trying to do, because when they're doing this, they're doing work together. So they know like, oh, my friend is like giving me new vocabulary, new exposure. Also guided learning and scaffolding from the audio and also from the teacher. Okay, next. Okay, and then this is the last game. Okay, so before we start playing the games, we're going to watch a YouTube video. Can you please press the link? Okay. So YouTube video is basically, it's undeniably a bit higher for these students, but the reasons why I choose higher videos and higher lessons is because we don't want these kids to only know, it's only to have that, is to stay at that level. So we want to we want to expose them to new vocabs and stuff. So this is basically classifications. We're going to classify animals from mammals, reptiles to amphibians to fish and birds. Okay, so this is a very fast-paced song. I admit that, but the premise I have my reason. Can you please stop looking? Yeah. Okay, so they can listen to this and they were going to answer based on the hint that they give from this video. Okay, can we go back to the slides? Okay, so we're going to play the game first. Okay, so this is the game, as you can see. Start. Okay, so now once you have listened to that, me as a teacher will guide them. Okay, so they listen. Oh, mammals. What are the animals mentioned that are mammals in the video? Okay, yes? Kangaroos! Okay, here. Okay, can you try for amphibian? That would be frog. Oh, okay, you can try anything. Right? Yeah, okay. Try to submit the answer. So you get instant feedback too. So you know words like we have platypus. You've never actually heard platypus, right? So it actually gives them new vocabs and stuff. Okay. So because like I said, we don't want these kids to be on their level. We want them to be more than their level that they have. Okay. So we're exposing them to new vocabs and stuff. Can you please go back to the previous slide? Okay. So let me explain. Some of the vocabulary may be a little bit challenging. Can be up to A level. I manage that. But the exposure allows pupils to notice and acquire new words. We want them to learn more than what they know. We want to test them. Okay? So this is closely related to the questions of I+1 input hypothesis, where language learning happens best when learners are exposed to input slightly above their current level. Okay, so it helps them move beyond than what they have. Okay. Next, and then we have lastly the learning outcomes. By now, lesson pupils will be able to identify common wild animals and their characteristics. Pupils demonstrate the ability to listen and guess the situation based on the clue given. Like we have the games we form compounds, right? Pupils are able to identify and classify different types of animals and also learn new vocabs based on that. Platypus, I bet those kids are going to be very interested in that new animal for them. Okay. Okay, so these are my references, and that's all for me. Thank you for taking a lot of your time. Okay, so do any of you have any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so basically you have mentioned there are a few types of animals like mammals, amphibians, reptiles, and so on. So as we know that you are doing your materials for pre-A1 to high A1 level. So basically types of animals like mammals, reptiles, it's quite high work from them, high word for them. So how can you ensure that they can actually get the information, and how can you ensure that they actually understand it?
Okay, like I said, I actually want to challenge them. My purpose is that I do not want to teach them just on the surface level, which is the level that they know. Because how will they move to another level if we keep on teaching them the same materials, the same level, the same vocab, the same thing over and over again? So what I was trying to do was to teach them new vocabs and stuff by listening first, and then they try to speak, and then they're exposed with new, can be new verbs, new vocabs, new things for them. By me helping them, scaffolding them, guiding them. I'll be like, oh, what's platypus? Never heard of them before. Why is the video so fast? I cannot get it. I cannot understand it. It's okay. I will repeat again and again. I will teach them again and again until they get it. Because I want them to move more than what they have, so they can reach to another CFR level step by step. So that's all. I hope that answers your questions. Okay, I hope you enjoy my my presentation. Thank you, Miss. Thank you, everyone. Bye.